Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet again with me in the English session. Our discussion this time is about what is writing. So, writing is one of the most important skill a second language learner should have. Writing is a skill that is actually part of everyday life, such as taking notes, writing letters, or writing email. In learning, writing is transforming passive knowledge in students' mind into their own language or their own perspective through writing. In addition, the ability to write a second language such as English is considered a very important tool to be mastered today. For example, when students want to continue their education to the next level, especially to other countries, they must take an English proficiency test such as IELTS or TOEFL, which include an assessment of writing skills. However, some experts point out that there are some problems in teaching and learning to write among second language teachers and students. Therefore, a writing teacher must have good knowledge of writing, have ability to teach writing effectively, and be able to help students improve their writing skill. So, menulis ini salah satu keterampilan penting ya dalam mempelajari bahasa kedua atau mempelajari bahasa lain. Bahkan menulis ini merupakan bagian dari kehidupan sehari-hari. Menulis email, menulis surat dan sebagainya. Nah, tapi pada intinya dalam akademik, menulis itu adalah mentransformasikan pengetahuan dalam diri student, mahasiswa atau siswa untuk diungkapkan dalam bentuk tulisan. Nah, selain itu, menulis ini juga merupakan skill yang harus diuji ketika mengikuti ujian kecakapan bahasa Inggris untuk melanjutkan pendidikan di level lebih tinggi di luar negeri misalkan. Nah, ini juga akan diuji mengenai writing-nya. Kemudian, therefore, the primary responsibility of the writing teacher is to conceptualize, plan, and deliver lesson. This seems correct in suggesting that writing teachers must first understand the different writing concept and how each concept affects and sustains second language grades. Furthermore, planning is also important because any practice without planning can lead to failure. Writing as one of the four language skills is always included in the English teaching curriculum. Despite the importance of teaching writing, writing is considered a tedious and difficult task for most of the students. Students who are learning to write still have a number of writing challenges that need to be addressed. For example, how to arrange regular and continuous sentences, how to be arrange words with proper vocabularies and structures, so that many students get low mark on the writing assignment given because of that problem, those problems. So these situations also shown that writing skills are often considered too difficult to master. Thus, there is a need for second language teachers to seek better pedagogical approach to help improve students' writing skill and eliminate their problems. Jadi guru harus bisa mengkonsepkan, merencanakan, dan menyampaikan pembelajaran tentang menulis, karena menulis ini dianggap sebagai tugas yang membosankan dan dianggap sulit bagi sebagian besar siswa, sehingga kurang disukai. Kemudian, writing is considered the most difficult to master. So writing is considered the most difficult skill for language learners compared to other basic skills such as listening, speaking, and reading. Although some say speaking is the most difficult, but mostly says the difficult is writing. This is because in writing assignment, learners need basic knowledge of a second language about written content, vocabularies, or the use of the language they want to convey their message to the reader. The importance of teaching writing is the fact that writing is as important as basic skill as any other skill. Indeed, writing activities occur by chance in students' daily lives, such as writing report, essay, and taking notes. Therefore, students need to know how to explain their thought in the text precisely and accurately. In addition, some experts also point out that written products are used in practice for academic assessment. So, because a large number of lexical and syntactic skills are required by students, which may lead to boredom and dislike of writing. Another thing is that writing activities in class are less common than other skills. Apart from several arguments in favor of teaching writing, there are a number of important reasons why teaching writing is necessary. So, to overcome this problem and improve students' writing skill, the role of the writing teacher is very important in the development of students' writing performance or skill. A writing teacher must be able to give instruction about what students should do in writing assignment. For this reason, it is necessary for a writing teacher to better understand writing theory and approach in order to be able to direct students to learn and practice writing effectively. Jadi karena menulis itu dianggap keterampilan yang paling sulit, maka memerlukan mengapa keterampilan menulis dianggap sulit itu karena siswa menganggap ketika menulis memerlukan pengetahuan mengenai konteks yang mau ditulis, mengenai struktur, mengenai banyak hal, maka dianggap sulit. Nah, padahal menulis itu sama pentingnya dengan keterampilan dasar yang lain seperti listening, reading, atau speaking. Jadi, siswa perlu tahu, perlu bisa bagaimana menjelaskan pemikiran mereka dalam teks dalam bentuk tulisan secara tepat dan akurat. Selain itu, jelas tadi sudah dijelaskan bahwasanya ini writing itu merupakan salah satu praktek dan penilaian secara akademik. Writing technique is a style that writers or students or learners use to convey their message in an effective and meaningful way to their audience. Understanding different types of writing technique is important for professional, as you will need to change your writing style to properly connect with different audience. For example, the most effective writing method for selling product to consumer is different from academic writing, as well as writing to provide feedback or coaching. So, the audience and the purpose of writing will determine the writing style. The four main types of writing style are persuasive, narrative, explanatory, and descriptive. In this session, we will briefly explore the characteristics that define these four writing styles. Whether you are writing essay, academic paper, business paper, fiction, article, letters, or just journal entries, your writing will be at its best if you stay focused on your goal and audience. Although there are many reasons and purposes of writing, all can be included in these four main types of writing: explanatory, descriptive, persuasive, and narrative. Each of these four writing genres serves a different purpose, and they all require different types of writing skills. Secara garis besar, teknik menulis itu dibedakan menjadi 4, meskipun nanti bisa didetailkan, dipecah-pecah lagi menjadi lebih kecil, tapi paling tidak secara garis besar ada 4, yaitu persuasif, naratif, explanatory dan deskriptif. Ini masing-masing gaya tulisan ditujukan untuk menulis hal tertentu untuk audiens yang isi konteks yang berbeda dan ditujukan untuk audiens yang berbeda pula. So the first is descriptive writing style. Descriptive writing immerses readers in the story by creating a clear picture of the characters, setting, and event in their minds. Writers who use descriptive writing style often use literary tools such as parables and metaphors in their writing. The purpose of descriptive writing style is to give the reader the impression that they are experiencing event for themselves. Most descriptive writing are not very long, short. So the example include poetry, diaries, and lyrics. You can use descriptive writing in an academic or professional setting when you want to bring a story to life, such as a short biography or autobiography written to introduce a new employee, student, or staff, or bring a fictional novel or drama to life. First-hand memories or reviews or reviews of events. So this type of writing is used to represent images in order to create a clear picture in the mind of the reader. This method help readers becomes more connected with writing by engaging their sense. Descriptive writing use literary techniques such as comparison, metaphor, allegory, etc. to engage the audience. So the first is descriptive writing style. Ya, descriptive writing style ini menciptakan gambaran yang jelas tentang karakter, tentang latar, tentang peristiwa yang ada dalam tulisan. Tujuan dari penulisan deskriptif ini untuk memberikan kesan kepada pembaca bahwa mereka itu mengalami sendiri peristiwa tersebut. Nah, demikian. Kemudian next, the second is narrative writing style. Narrative writing includes a descriptive writing style and tells the whole story with a beginning, middle, and end. Narrative writing style follows a clear storyline and plot, such as a fictional novel, screenplay, short story, historical narrative, or memoir. Writers who use narrative writing style often use literary tools such as shadows and flashback in their writing. Narrative writing can be used in an academic setting or in the workplace for a salesperson using personal anecdotes to prepare readers for their sales pitch. Therefore, often seen in longer writing examples for purposes of this writing style is to share information within the context of story. The story must include character, conflict, and settings, storyline. Okay. Jadi penulisan gaya naratif ini mencakup gaya penulisan deskriptif juga dan menceritakan keseluruhan cerita dari awal, keseluruhan cerita dengan ada pola, ada pembagian awal, ada tengah, ada akhir, kemudian mengikuti alur cerita dan plot yang sudah ada secara jelas. Kemudian yang ketiga, the third is persuasive writing style. Persuasive writing is used to convince or influence readers to believe or do what the writer wants them to do. The persuasive writing style forces the writer to combine research and logical reasoning with an emotional connection that persuades the reader to adopt the author's personal opinion and beliefs, such as cover letters, letters of recommendations, company brochures, business proposal, motivational letters, opposite the editorial page, or opinion and editorial page, editorial newspaper articles, argumentative essays for academic paper, advertisement, and convincing consumer to buy the product is an example of persuasive writing in the workplace. So this style of writing, the writer will try to convince the reader of the validity of the particular position or argument. Persuasive writing includes the opinion of the authors and provides justification and evidence to support their claims. Jadi ini persuasif itu digunakan untuk meyakinkan atau mempengaruhi pembaca untuk percaya atau melakukan apa yang penulis inginkan. Penulis menginginkan pembaca melakukan sesuatu, menggabungkan penelitian dan penalaran logis juga dengan hubungan emosi, dengan hubungan emosional atau subjektivitas penulis untuk membujuk pembaca mengadopsi pendapat dan keyakinan pribadi penulis. Persuasif. Kemudian yang keempat, the fourth is explanatory writing style. Explanatory writing is used to inform, explain, or describe something to the reader. This style is one of the most common types of writing and answers the reader's questions like what, why, and how. When using the explanatory writing style, the writer must provide evidence and separate his opinion from the fact he is sharing. Examples of writing workplace or laboratory briefing, newsletters, how to guidance article, textbooks, news article, not the editorial ones, commercial, technical, or scientific writing, and educational article intended to provide information, ideas, and fact about a specific topic. This type of writing is used to explain a concept and share information with a wider audience. Easy writing provides evidence, statistic, or result, and focus on the fact of a particular topic. This type is not meant to express an opinion, not meant to express the author's opinion himself. So, penulisan kayak explanatory ini untuk memberikan informasi, menjelaskan, dan mendeskripsikan sesuatu kepada pembaca. Nah, ini yang paling umum untuk menjawab pertanyaan atau menjelaskan apa, mengapa, dan bagaimana. Nah, salah satu hal yang harus diingat bahwasanya dalam penulisan ini tidak boleh melibatkan subjektivitas atau opini penulis. Semuanya harus berdasar kepada evidence, bukan berdasar kepada opini penulis. Demikian, okay. This is our discussion this time. I hope will be useful for all of us. Thank you for your attention. Our quote this time is language is a knowledge that must be used continuously in life. Language is a knowledge that must be used continuously in life. Thank you, terima kasih, semoga bermanfaat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.